The year 2020 took a heavy toll on the world. But for the global arts and entertainment community, the year was especially haunting. Fans worldwide were repeatedly shaken by the news of their favorite celebrity's demise, with many a screen legend or rising star passing away through the course of the year. Here's remembering some of the ones we lost in 2020. Irfan Khan. Perhaps India's biggest global star, as well as one of the most highly regarded acting talents ever produced from the country, Irfan Khan's career spanned 3 decades and started from bit roles in television before he went on to carve for himself a space that was wholly his own. In addition to picking up awards and accolades, he was among the few Indian stars to successfully transition to Hollywood and take up consistently big roles in some heavy-duty blockbusters. Some of his most notable on-screen credits include Hasil, Maqbool, The Namesake, Slumdog Millionaire, Pan Singh Tomar, The Lunchbox, Life of Pi, and Jurassic World. Irfan was diagnosed with neuroendocrine tumor in 2018 and passed away at the age of 53 on 29th April this year. Rishi Kapoor. One of the most successful and recognizable faces of the Indian film industry, Rishi Kapoor died of leukemia on 30th April at the age of 67. Belonging to the illustrious Kapoor clan of Bollywood, Rishi started out as an adolescent in his father Raj Kapoor's films before debuting as a leading man in the teen romance film Bobby. Thereon, he went on to create an image as a romantic hero before turning out some terrific dramatic performances in the latter part of his career. Some of his most notable works include Kabhi Kabhi, Karz, Amar Akbar Anthony, Chandni, Do Duni Char, Agnipath, Kapoor and Sons, and Mulk. Sushant Singh Rajput. The death that shook the entire nation. Sushant Singh Rajput's untimely passing sent shockwaves across the country and created a web of controversies that continues to remain entangled more than 6 months later. The 34-year-old up-and-coming superstar was found in his apartment on 14th June having died by suicide. And while the aftermath of the incident became a messy media circus, his legacy as an actor remains untouched. Appearing in super hit films like MS Dhoni, The Untold Story, PK, and Chichore, he was also noted for his performances in Son Chidiya, Kedarnath, and Detective Bomkesh Bakshi. A curious intellectual and a thinking man's actor, Sushant's brief but dazzling journey as a movie star continues to shine on. Chadwick Boseman. Another shocking celebrity death this year was the passing of Chadwick Boseman, most popular for portraying the role of superhero and king T'Challa in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. While Chadwick rose to prominence for playing black icons like baseball player Jackie Robinson and singer James Brown in the films 42 and Get On Up, it was his titular role in 2018's Black Panther which catapulted him to the center of the cultural zeitgeist. Shortly after he was cast in the role in 2016, Boseman was diagnosed with colon cancer. Choosing to keep his condition private, he continued to headline multi-million-dollar movies while also battling cancer until his passing at age 43 on August 28th. Sean Connery. The legendary screen icon responsible for bringing British secret agent James Bond to dazzling life, Sir Sean Connery passed away this year on 31st October. The Scottish actor played the iconic role of James Bond in 7 films, including Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, and You Only Live Twice, while also appearing in other films like The Man Who Would Be King, The Untouchables, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. He was 90 years old. Somitra Chatterjee, an illustrious thespian best known for his collaborations with master filmmaker Satyajit Ray, Somitra Chatterjee was another legendary actor who we lost this year. Known for playing the two timeless Ray characters of Apu and Detective Feluda, some of his other best known works include Charulata, Abhijan, and Jinder Bondi. He died from COVID related complications on 15th November. Olivia de Havilland. Dame Olivia de Havilland was one of the last surviving Hollywood legends from the Golden Age. Appearing in nearly 50 films, she worked on such classics as Gone with the Wind, The Adventures of Robin Hood, and The Heiress. Olivia de Havilland passed away at the age of 104 on July 26th. Saroj Khan. Noted dance choreographer and reality show judge Saroj Khan passed away at the age of 71 on 3rd July. Across her illustrious career, she won numerous accolades and awards for her choreography in films like Tezab, Beta, Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, Devdas, and Jab We Met, and remains one of the most celebrated choreographers in the industry's history. Jagdeep. Syed Ishtiaq Ahmad Jaffrey, also known by his stage name Jagdeep, was one of the most recognizable comedic actors in Hindi film industry. Immortalized on celluloid for playing Surma Bhopali in the classic Sholay, Jagdeep created a niche for himself with his endearingly entertaining characters in more than 400 films, including Andaz Apna Apna, Khilona, and Brahmachari. Jagdeep passed away at the age of 81 on 8th July. Ian Holm. Celebrated English actor Sir Ian Holm passed away on June 19th at the age of 88. He was most notable for playing the role of Hobbit Bilbo Baggins in the Lord of the Rings films. Some of his other notable screen credits include Alien, Chariots of Fire, and The Fifth Element. S.P. Balasubramanyam. Veteran Indian musician and playback singer S.P. Balasubramanyam was another icon who passed away this year. His career spanned more than 5 decades, during which he sang in 5 different languages for hundreds of films. He was also a Guinness World Record holder for the highest number of songs by a singer at around 40,000 songs. He passed away at age 74 from COVID-19 related complications. Michel Piccoli. Considered one of the greatest French actors and following a career that spanned 70 years, Michel Piccoli passed away earlier this year on 12th May. Some of his most celebrated works include Belle de Jour, Contempt, Topaz, and The Things of Life. He was 94. Pasu Chatterjee. Pasu Chatterjee was a celebrated Indian filmmaker primarily associated with what was known as middle cinema, a Hindi film subgenre that focused on light-hearted stories of the Indian middle class. Among some of his best-known works were films like Rajnigandha, Choti Si Baat, Chit Chor, and Chameli Ki Shaadi. Pasu Chatterjee passed away at age 93 on June 4th. Max von Sydow. Swedish actor Max von Sydow was an icon of cinema who appeared in films from various industries. For his most notable collaborative partnership with Swedish auteur Ingmar Bergman, he starred in such films as The Seventh Seal, The Virgin Spring, and Through a Glass Darkly, while also doing international projects like The Exorcist, Star Wars The Force Awakens, and Game of Thrones. He was 90. Kirk Douglas. Early on in 2020, the world lost one of its longest living and most celebrated screen legends with the passing of Kirk Douglas on February 5th. One of the last surviving stars of the Hollywood Golden Age, who acted in such classics as Ace in the Hole, Lust for Life, Paths of Glory, and Spartacus. Kirk Douglas was 103 years old.